welcome into Buckin' Honeys in Monona. I'm Zach Hanley, he's Braylon Allen, and this is Wisconsin Huddle. Braylon, thanks for being here. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
I'm doing great.
Good.
Well, Wisconsin moved to 4-1 on the year thanks to a total team effort against Rutgers. Tanner Mordecai racked up 194 total yards and threw for a score. Braylon Allen, well, he did what he does, rushing for over 100 yards and a touchdown, and even the defense found the end zone. UW took a 17-point lead in halftime, and they never looked back.
Really complete game for us today. I had some concerns, obviously, coming off of a bye week. At just 11 o'clock start, a lot of things going on this week with homecoming, just little distractions, changing routines, and some of the things that we have to do, and understand that. But for a coach, those are the things that kind of ring in your head about, okay, now we got to come out here, we got to play well.
Braylon, like every game, I'm sure there were plays you want back, drives to end in 7 instead of 3. But what does it say about this team that you're able to find a way, even though when it's not pretty?
Yeah, obviously me and you talked before, so I kind of said, it's throughout the first part of the season, we've had a little bit of trouble kind of starting fast the way we want to, getting things rolling, and after we watched the tape, it seemed like there was a lot of maybe 15 to 20 plays where it just seemed like if one guy kind of executed their job a little bit better, the play would have been a big one.
Now, I mentioned a defensive touchdown, and it could have not come at a better time. Rutgers was driving just before the half, and Ricardo Hallman picked off his 4th pass of the year and made a house call, taking it 95 yards the other way.
Gavin Wimsatt takes the snap. Badgers bringing heat. Wimsatt throws to the right. Picked off Ricardo Hallman at the 10, left side 20. He's to the 30, to the 40. Hallman the 50, to the 40. Angles right 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Wisconsin! Ricardo Hallman from one end of the yard to the other.
When I made the interception, you see all of that green grass. It's just like you go back to being a little kid, like, oh man, like pick 6, like this is cool.
And for that, Ricardo Hallman is our Iron Jock Player of the Week. The Player of the Week is brought to you by our friends at Iron Jock, powered by Silver Ion Technology. It's what's inside. Braylon, what was your view of that play?
I just remember looking kind of in that direction of where he was at, seeing the receiver on his route, and Rico just jumping in front of it and taking it to the house. And I gotta say, that was probably the loudest I've heard Camp Randall get, so it was an awesome moment.
All right, well, now it's time for our Quickie Quiz, sponsored by Quick Trip. You know the drill. Get 2 of 3 right. Everybody here goes away with a free drink coupon. And since Saturday's a trophy game, we're going to test your knowledge on Wisconsin rivalry games. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Okay. Number 1, 2-part question. Okay. How many trophy games does Wisconsin have, and who are they against?
3 trophy games, okay. Iowa, Nebraska, and Minnesota.
All right, too easy, but you got it. All right. Number 2, what trophy do you play for against the Hawkeyes?
Play for the Heartland Trophy.
Heartland Trophy looks like a big old bowl. 2 for 2, so we already won. This one's just for extra credit. The Wisconsin-Iowa rivalry started back in 1894 with a 44-0 win by the Badgers. The Heartland Trophy was introduced much later in the series in 2004. Which school leads the trophy series? Hint, it's the same school that leads the all-time series.
UW.
That's right.
For sure.
Wisconsin 10-7 since the bowl was introduced, 49, 45, and 2 all-time. And 3 right, which means we're all going home with a drink coupon from Quick Trip. And don't go anywhere. More from Buckin' Honeys in Monona after.
Wisconsin Huddle is brought to you by Gruber Law Offices, Buckin' Honeys, Iron Jock, Ellenbox Cheese, West Bend Mutual Insurance, and Team Lammy NIL Experts.
Rottweiler. I would be 100% be a Rottweiler. Favorite dog right there. Grew up with Rottweilers, grew up with Dobermans, but Rottweiler's my favorite. My Rottweiler's name growing up was Bama because I was born in the state of Alabama. My dad attended the University of Alabama. I think my name would probably be Bama.
You know, I used to be skinny, had a long. I'm gonna go Doberman. Yeah. And then with the Doberman, you know, I kind of feel bad, but I'm gonna say Rico. Yeah, sorry, Rico.
Probably be a Great Dane. You know, I'm tall, got some length.
King Corso. I just like that dog. It's a fierce dog, but I'm gonna call him Cupcake. I want fierce dog, but have the sweetest name ever. Because those dogs always like throws you off in a loop. Like, oh, you got a dog named Cupcake? Oh, let me see. It's actually a big old dog that got muscles stacked on muscles, and you just see his head is the size of a bowling ball. I feel that would be interesting.
I'm gonna just go with a pit bull, because I'm probably gonna get a pit bull as my dog, and then Rex.
I would definitely not be like a Chihuahua or like a terrier, one of those little things, or I wouldn't be a golden doodle either. I'd probably be like a American bully, like a pit bull, something that's real, bulked up, scary, something like that, or a Rottweiler. We just put in this new play called Coco, and I like the name Coco, but I don't know if that's really a boy name, but I'd probably name my dog Coco.
Not only did Wisconsin beat Rutgers on Saturday, but they recognized the latest Badger to be inducted into the College Football Hall of Fame, Troy Vincent Sr. He stopped by practice earlier in the week. What was it like for you guys to have a legend back on campus speaking to the team?
Yeah, I always appreciate when guys come back. You know, he had a good message for us, and it's always cool just to kind of connect with, you know, guys that have been in your position before and obviously have been very successful, be able to pick their brains a little bit and kind of build a relationship.
Now, when the lights are the brightest, Braylon, you always seem to step up to the challenge. Today, though, we're going to take you back to elementary school and attempt to draw the Iowa Tiger Hawk logo, maybe in Mr. Allen's art class. What do you say?
Let's do it.
So for just background's sake, the Tiger Hawk was introduced in 1979 by Hayden Fry, the Iowa coach before Kirk Ferentz. I'm not sure exactly what a Tiger Hawk is, but we do know that it is inferior to the Motion W. Taking your time. Doesn't have to be pretty. This isn't a pretty logo. There we go. All right. This isn't bad. What do we think?
Yeah.
Wait. Now.
Yeah.
Well, a couple of your teammates showed off their art skills too. Here's how they did.
I was in an art class here my freshman year, and I got an A, but it was for my effort, let's put it that way.
Yeah, definitely haven't drawn in quite some time, so this is interesting.
Dip. This one goes right here, back in, and then we got a little.
Yeah, I'm definitely not an Iowa fan, so it is a bit weird drawing their logo, but I think there's something therapeutic about drawing that's nice for all of us.
A little. Freshman year art class.
I definitely know this very well. That does not look like what it was supposed to look like in my head.
That's it. All right. I think
that's pretty decent. I'm actually pretty happy with that. So, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say good, but
I feel like this is about roughly what it looks like. I'm just missing specific details.
not bad. You know, I feel like I got all the major features. Got the beak, the little whatever that thing is right there, and the head. Pretty good.
We won, and that's what's important. Still more of the old school running game right now. I think a lot of us are expecting some throwing down the road, but I'm excited as we get their guys in these next few years. A win's a win. That's all that matters in Big Ten play.
I was very happy because last year I don't think they were doing that good, but this year I think they're going to do really good.
Yeah, well, definitely a bowl game. I think we should win this side of the division. Optimistic anything can happen if we get to the Big Ten championship game. But again, I think a lot of us are just excited for the years to come as Fickle gets in more of his guys and we see what the team looks like.
The hockey team and the football team have new coaches, so it's like a new era for all of Badger sports.
That's all that matters, if we can win that side of the division. I think the game with Iowa is what matters, and I like how we're playing right now.
I'm Wisconsin!
The battle for the bowl that is the Heartland Trophy is on the line when the Hawkeyes come to Camp Randall on Saturday, and this game is always a physical fist fight. Historically, these two programs have mirrored each other. Both like to run the ball and both play good defense. Wisconsin has won 7 of the last 10 meetings, but currently the trophy lives in Iowa City, and the Badgers would like nothing more than to take back what's theirs.
It means a lot, and obviously not having that trophy sitting in our locker room is, you walk past it every day, and it's disappointment. So then this year, it's, we need that back. We have to get it back, and we can't let anything other than that happen.
Joining us on set, Badger extra columnist Jim Polzine. Jim, usually this game decides who wins the West or who's in the driver's seat to win the West. This year feels like no different.
Yeah, I think these are the top 2 teams in the Big Ten West, and the tier between these 2 and the next tier I think is pretty significant. So if Wisconsin can win this one, hold serve, I think they've got a stranglehold on the division.
Braylon, the Iowa offense, always one of the best in the Big Ten and in the country. They love to stop the run. When you go into this game, is this one of those games where you're like, I really like to show that they can't stop the run and impose your will on the defense?
Yeah, that's always kind of the mindset going into whatever game. But I think this one, even more so, just because, like you said, they pride themselves on being physical and trying to stop the run. Hopefully, we have a great game on the ground.
Jim, on the other side, Iowa's offense hasn't been very good at scoring points. Old friend Deacon Hill, now a starter at quarterback. How do you like this matchup for the Badger defense?
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, Deacon Hill was here a year ago, right? I remember talking to UW players and saying how impressed they were in spring practice just by his arm and the talent he had. So I think Wisconsin can hold its own against this Iowa defense, make it one-dimensional like it did with Rutgers. I mean, they really shut down the Rutgers running game last week. They can do that again against Iowa, put the ball in Hill's hands. I like Wisconsin's chances.
Braylon, the winner gets the Heartland Trophy, and the Brass Bowl reigns about 72 pounds, give or take. I'm not sure if you lifted it 2 years ago, but what maybe is your favorite part about this rivalry between Iowa?
Yeah, I did lift it 2 years ago, and it definitely took a couple of us to get it back to the locker room. I think my favorite part about the rivalry, definitely the history of it. You got to respect that, and what Iowa does. Always going to be a tough team to beat.
Jim, ultimately, what's going to come down to this game?
Well, the thing we haven't mentioned is special teams. Iowa is notoriously very, very good at special teams. I think if these guys just don't hurt themselves, limit turnovers, limit penalties, they're the better team. They're at home. I think Wisconsin wins by 10.
Well, now's a good time to remind you to give us a follow on Facebook, Instagram, and X to stay up to date with all things Wisconsin Huddle. And be sure to check out our website, too, at wisconsin-huddle.com. And we've got to take a quick break. More Wisconsin Huddle from Buck and Honey's in Monona after this.
Wisconsin Huddle is brought to you by Gruber Law Offices, Buck and Honey's, Iron Jock, Ellenbox Cheese, West Bend Mutual Insurance, and Team Lammy NIL Experts.
And welcome to Wisconsin Huddle Unleashed. I'm Zach Hamley. He's Ches Malusi, and today we're going to be playing Yardsie. Have you ever played this game before?
No, sir, I have not.
Oh, all right. It's going to be interesting.
3, 2, 1. Here we go!
What number do I need? 6?
I got a question for Ches. I'm just wondering, what was your favorite game ever as a Badger?
Probably Penn State 2021, my debut here. I just thought the atmosphere was crazy. First Big Ten game, the environment, Camp Randall, my first jump around. I don't think it beats anything. What number do I need? 6? Okay. Please, someone roll for me.
Hey, no pressure.
Oh, you did something different. He had like a bag. He had like a bag pull.
Two fours.
I think I slightly hurt him. It wasn't my strongest game. Ches, what is your favorite part about being on Badger football?
I just think the history itself, like Wisconsin, the football, it speaks volumes of, you know, being a part of the football team here. It means a lot to the community, and just being able to like wear the W around, it means a lot to myself and the fans. Two 6s. I don't know if I'm ever going to play this game again.
All right, Ches. Well, I had 63. You want to let us know what you had?
I had 53.
That means I won. Good work.
You got me, man.
Well, the Arch March returned to Camp Randall, and so did one of our favorite segments, Are You Feeling the Fit?
It's smooth. It's subtle. I'd probably give it like a 7. It's classy, subtle, not doing too much. Maybe 7.5. You know, I think this is a good outfit. I think he could do better though.
It's not bad. You know, I like the undershirt. You know, the contrast and all that stuff. I noticed this while we were sitting in the team meeting. The top button is it's undone underneath the tie right in the middle. Probably a 7.5 out of 10.
Overall clean look. He's also the head football coach, so I rated a 10 out of 10.
All right, Braylon, I'm going to ask you, how do you feel about Luke Fickell's fit? Scale 1 to 10, rate that thing.
I know he could do better.
Off to a good start.
I feel like he kind of tried to steal my flow a little bit from Big Ten media days. If it's Navy with the white undershirt and the Navy tie, he definitely liked what I did in Indy. Since I was the originator of this combo,
Can't be a 10.
I'll give it an 8.
An 8?
Yeah.
Okay. And that's it for this week's Wisconsin Huddle. Be sure to join us next week at our live taping on Monday, October 16th, right here at Buck and Honey's in Monona. Stop by the water for dinner and a show, tailgate style, with special guests Chimray DK starting at 6:30. For Braylon Allen, I'm Zach Hanley. We'll see you next week in Monona. Thanks for watching.